Please welcome your 2013 10 Outstanding Young American, Beau Davidson.
Wow. Well, thank you all. I just want to let you guys know that while the March of the 10 Outstanding Young Men was playing, I conferred with Nathan Osmond, and we have lyrics already composed for next year. You know, I couldn't be more flattered to join these 9 distinguished honorees, as well as names like Nelson Rockefeller, John F. Kennedy, Gerald Ford, Christopher Reeve, my favorite quarterback, Peyton Manning, and my favorite entertainer, Elvis Presley. I also want to thank Tommy Quinn of Nashville, who nominated me. I'm also very glad my mother could be in attendance tonight to see me receive this enormous honor. She has seen me in both my triumphs and my defeats, my hard-fought victories, and my crushing rejections. I want to tell you why this honor means so much to me. In the entertainment business, awards are given annually, but never is the recipient awarded for the artist's personal constitution and convictions, but merely artistic contributions, which is, of course, quite subjective. I know how much this award meant to Elvis, and as a native of Memphis, I was astounded that at Graceland, out of all the gold records and awards that adorn the walls, there are only 2 tiny Grammys sitting in a case, and both of them were for his arrangements of gospel songs. But at Graceland, his JC's award and the tuxedo he wore are on prominent display. In great deeds, something abides. On great fields, something stays. Forms change and pass, bodies disappear, but spirits linger to consecrate ground for the vision place of souls. Generations that know us not and that we know not of, heart drawn to see where and by whom great things were suffered and done for them, shall come to this deathless field to ponder and dream. And lo, the shadow of a mighty presence shall wrap them in its bosom, and the power of the vision pass into their souls. Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain said these words during the Civil War, and I think they bear repeating, because the 10 of us here tonight have had the torch passed to us, so that we too can ponder and dream, and have vision pass into our souls. This is our legacy as young Americans, to be outstanding as a reflection of our predecessors, and to be outstanding as an example to future generations that we know not of. We live in an exceptional nation with exceptional opportunities at an exceptional time in history. When former TOYA honoree John F. Kennedy challenged Americans to go to the moon, the question wasn't whether we'd get there, but when we'd get there. I owe a great deal of thanks to Governor Mitt Romney, for whom I campaigned last year. His trust that I would represent his principles was a hallmark of my young career. His optimism in this country and its people was truly infectious. He believes America is exceptional, and I do too. I witness his grace in his victories and his grace in his concession. He inspired me to continue my entrepreneurial journey in a very whimsical industry. I'd like to tell you the story of how my view of America as an exceptional nation turned into an entrepreneurial success for me. As a songwriter, they say, write what you know. And I would write about love and romance, but I also knew that America was a blessed nation. So I decided to write about that theme. The following lyrics went from my head to paper. We are blessed to live in freedom, blessed to live in peace, blessed with food and shelter, blessed with life on lease, blessed to gather freely, blessed to have a voice, blessed that someone braver fought so that we could have a choice. I made a recording of that song and I sent it to a television producer in Los Angeles. He invited me to perform it on a Veterans Day episode of a major TV show on CBS. And so I then had the vision to turn that song into a documentary-style music video and employ veterans of all our major conflicts to tell their story of how they felt blessed to serve their country. All of them had very inspiring words. And I think there's one sentence that perhaps stood out to me the most, spoken by Master Sergeant Donald Hall. Freedom isn't just a concept. I think it's a way to live. It's something we can give. I sang that song in front of millions on national TV at the Republican National Convention. And I have to tell you, to sing your original lyrics and melody in front of the world is something I will never forget. That video made its way to national television, debuting on July 4th of last year. And since that time, many veterans have contacted me to show their appreciation for the video. I found that the JC's creed is absolutely true, that service to humanity is the best work of life. In serving the great Americans who have made this nation a blessed one, I've been rewarded tenfold. In an industry of unabashed hedonism, I encourage my musical colleagues to serve something greater than themselves. To whom much is given, much is expected. And we outstanding young Americans have an obligation to serve and to be a beacon, not just in our communities, our churches, our synagogues, and our states, but to our country. We're at a pivotal point in history, and I'm grateful that the JCs have honored me with this distinction. Elvis Presley closed his speech in 1971 by saying that he keeps singing a song. And I'd like to honor him by saying, I will too. I'll keep singing the song of America. Thank you, and God bless.